best fish bait on the whole bay is soft crabs. You can catch almost anything in the whole bay on a soft crab. Everything eats crab. Alright, so a peeler is a crab that's in the process of getting ready to grow. So basically they rebuild their whole body inside, everything, the legs, the eyes, their gills, their whole entire body is rebuilt. The legs and the claw, when they regrow it, they're in like a clear membrane. It kind of holds them together and I guess keeps them protected, and as that develops it stays in there, and then when that crab sheds, those legs will straighten out, and then it'll have 3 new legs and a claw that'll harden up, that'll be able to use just like its other legs over here. The legs will be the same size, but the claw will be a little bit smaller than the regular its other claw. You can tell if you see crabs that have one claw bigger than the other, it's because it's lost one somewhere in its life. A fish could have ate it, or another crab could have popped it off, or fighting, or anything. When the crab comes out, it grows anywhere from 3/4 to an inch, something like that, across the points. And then there's different phases. So this is what we would call a red sign peeler. So that crab will shed probably within a day, something like that. There's also more orange signs, white signs. I don't really keep any white signs because they're about 4 or 5 days out.
The white sign, right on that edge of the fin right there. We will be looking for orange and red in the same place where the white is. Right in front of where my thumbnail is. Right along this edge right here.
Here's one here. It's got some color in the fin, and that's how you know whether it's a peeler or not. Right where the edge of the fin is, that'll start to go from like a white to an orangish, pinkish kind of color, and then it's a white sign, and then it'll turn more orange and then real dark red. So this crab's probably maybe 2 or 3 days before it sheds. Here's one here that's probably a white sign. It's just starting to get some color in the fin. So that one will go back overboard. We'll throw that back over. It's not quite ready to shed. It'll be close to a week. This is an immature female. When she gets ready, you can check her by looking at her apron. That apron will get all the way purple and orange. It'll get really, really dark color right before it sheds, and it's making its new apron. Mature apron, so it'll go from where it's a immature crab to a mature crab, and then that's when the male and the female will mate. There's a doubler there where the male is holding on to the female, and then he'll wait until she sheds her shell, and then they'll mate, and then when she hardens back up, then she'll swim away, but he'll protect her from getting eaten by other crabs or by fish or anything else. And this female has probably he's gonna have to hold on to her for probably a week. So what happens is when they're chasing them females, a lot of times they're not feeding, they're not going in a pot, so the bigger males kind of disappear, and the big crabs slow down when they're chasing all the females. So we'll take and dump the peelers in. And they'll kind of acclimate, and then as they start to shed, I'll move them around to the different tanks depending on what they are. When they start to bust out, then I'll put them in a separate tank so they shed on their own, where nothing can pinch on them and chew them and kill them. These tanks are just set up so they're still dirty from the winter time. And just just got to get the crabs in there moving around. It'll stir up all that dirt and stuff. The tanks will get nice and clean. Peelers themselves, they won't eat anything, so I don't have to worry. As long as they're an orange sign peeler, they won't eat, so they can be in here with other crabs. Put the white signs in, then they'll eat each other. So we don't put any white signs in at all. So this I'll sell for bait, fish bait. This is best fish bait on the whole bay is salt crabs. You can take it, use the claws, the legs, all of it. You cut the body up into pieces and use it. You can catch almost anything in the whole bay on a salt crab. Everything eats crabs. We also sell them where they get a little bit more firm. It's called a paper shell, so it's not quite hard yet, but it's just a little bit more firm, and we'll sell those for bait too. It's still a salt crab, but it's a little bit crunchy. So when they start to get a little crunchy, I sell them for bait. Nobody really wants to eat them. They're too hard, like chewing on cardboard. Or on the harder salt crabs, you're left with all the shell starts to get kind of chewy, and so you want them nice and super soft. So a peeler, you can break that shell open. That's what they use for bait. Break that shell open, and then it's basically the soft crab in there, and then you just pull that good soft meat out, and then you'd use that, break that off, and use that for bait. Put that on your hook. Peelers and salt crabs, same thing. One's already come out of the shell, and the other one's still in the shell. But that's the absolute best bait you can use for any kind of fish on the bay. Right now is getting to be salt crab time. We're starting to see peelers and all. By this coming weekend, into next week, I should have plenty of salt crabs. You send me a message or get in touch with me, and I'll get you some salt crabs fresh off the boat. Good, big, nice, pretty salt crabs. We're gonna have a big run here the next 2 weeks, so now's a good time to get them if you want a couple dozen to clean and freeze, or to hold on to, or if you got somebody who wants to have a bunch for dinner or something like that. Now I can get them as it goes on, and in another couple weeks, then we won't have quite as many peelers, so I'll have some, but it'll take longer to get them, whereas in the next 2 weeks here, I should have plenty of them. So let me know if you want them, and should have plenty. They'll do the work of cleaning the tanks for me.